And as the race for the 2023 general election gets more interesting, the Igbo Leadership Development Foundation is asking other geopolitical zones to concede the presidency to the southeast. The group, at a media briefing in Abuja, says it is speaking to the conscience of all Nigerians on the basis of fairness, equity, and unity of the country to allow the southeast to produce the next president. The group also calls on political parties to zone their presidential ticket to the zone, while calling on former governor of Anambra State Peter Obi to present himself as an aspirant for the top job.
We are further motivated and delighted that our vigorous campaign for Nigeria's president of Southeast extraction has inspired some eminent sons of the Southeast divide to signify interest to contest for the office of the President of Nigeria in 2023. There is, however, a foremost Southeast son that is most conspicuously missing in the fray, and he is the former governor of Anambra State and former vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2019 presidential election. His name is His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi.
We are coming out here boldly to say that Peter should run. That will give Nigerians an opportunity to have a choice.
Okay, to shed more light on this development, we're now being joined in the studio by Law Mefor. He's the vice chairman of the Igbo Leadership Development Foundation. Thanks for joining us on Newsnight, Law.
Thank you for hosting me.
All right. I mean, there are very qualified Nigerians in all nooks and crannies of the country, and we've seen some key players, political players, already jostling, visiting traditional rulers, visiting past president of Nigeria. I'm talking about Atiku Abubakar and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know, against others, several others and the rest. What are your thoughts here?
Well, I think it is within their constitutional right to aspire to run. That's true. But you see, since 1999 that the Nigerian nation returned to the current democratic dispensation, zoning and rotation have become integral part of what we are doing. There is no time any political party in Nigeria has left any of the offices open to all parts of the country. They have often zoned the offices. If they go to their convention, you will see cluster of executive offices
but that
allocated.
Sorry, that's never stopped other contestants from other zones, because if you remember in 1998, even though the PDP zoned its presidential position to the south and southwest particularly, later Abubakar Rimi still ran against him.
You see, that's the point I was trying to emphasize
before you have the opportunity to do that.
The issue of zoning, like I was saying, has become integral in the process, in this democratic dispensation. Cluster of executive offices of the party, including the office of the president and that of the vice, have often been allocated to zones. They said, you cannot run against the wishes, the decisions of the political party in question. Rimi example you gave is clear. He ran against the decision of the party, and he woefully lost. If the decision is that the slot for a particular executive office of the party or the ticket of the party for the president or any other position will go to a particular zone in the country, that is what will eventually happen. And that is what we are saying. Since this has been the trend, that rotation will have to be respected in 2023. That is one point. Number two, the way the country is structured has made rotation inevitable. And that is the reason you have federal character principle enshrined in the 1999 Constitution. It says, the Constitution says, all political offices, the office of the president, the office of the vice president, are political offices. If the Constitution contemplated that the office of the president would be excluded from the application of the federal character principle, the Constitution would have expressly said, with the exception of these offices. It doesn't. Therefore, the office of the president and that of the vice must be subjected to the issue of rotation. And because the two offices are indivisible, the only way you can apply the federal character principle to them is to rotate them. It's simple. I think that wisdom was what informed the decision of the People's Democratic Party in 2009 to write into their own constitution the principle of rotation of the presidential office between the North and South.
Now, for this Igbo Leadership Forum, is that the next president must not just come from the South, but it must be from the South.
It has to come from the South.
But already you've taken a position, because there are several very brilliant candidates, you know, showing interest to
brilliance is not so, it's not enough. That's what we are saying. The way the country is structured has made the rotation inevitable.
I'm talking in that direction, and I pigeonholed it to the southeast. But you've only singled out one man in the southeast.
No. We didn't single out.
Excuse me. We watched your press conference, and we are saying there are a plethora or 1,001 very eminently qualified, you know, southeast indigents who can run and become president.
That's the point I want to emphasize. We haven't precluded any person, but we believe that this race will be incomplete unless Peter Obi joins. He has to join this race. In fact, it has gotten to the point that we believe that if he does not join the race, the first 11 of the Southeast
is incomplete.
Whoa. It's very important. And if Peter Obi does not join the race, the way we are even looking at it, we may be compared to launch his campaign. He will join us when he's ready.
And other credible people, like we said, eminently qualified, you know, if you start listing them, what happens to them here? Well,
you see, the choice is left for the rest of the country. We want to put our first 11 out there. Peter Obi must be part of it. There are others. And he is already in the fray. There are others, you know, you have Professor Kingsley Moghalu is already in the fray.
Yeah.
They are there already. So we are saying that Peter Obi must join them. And if it doesn't, we believe that something significant is lacking. You know why? If you look at the criteria we listed, for those who should be considered for the office of the president of the country, we are looking for competence. We are looking for competence. We are looking for integrity. We don't want anybody that is integrity challenged. We don't want that. Peter Obi is not integrity challenged. Peter Obi is very competent, very firm on economy. We believe that if he joins the fray, there will be no question of integrity challenge. There will be no problem of competence. We need somebody who has the capability to pull the country back from the precipice. We need somebody who is strong on the economy, who is politically savvy, one who should be able to take the country back from the brinks of imminent collapse. Peter Obi has the capacity.
All right, let me thank you. I think you've started, the Igbo Leadership Forum has started this campaign already.
It. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lord Mefor. You are the Vice President of that group.